Hey friends, thanks for checking out another uncensored tactical video. Today we're talking about tactical lockpicking. So today I wanted to show you 3 levels of field experience for people that intend to use lockpicking in the field. So first up is the hobbyist level. That's what you're seeing on the screen right now. It's great and I highly support that. It's the people that haven't yet started dealing with any real training or any real variables or hurdles in the field with their entry skill set. This is fine, I support that, but what I do want you to know is that if you are a hobbyist and you expect that your hobby will work as well in the field as it does on your couch, you are sorely mistaken. You'll probably find some success, but if you do, honestly, it's going to be probably more luck than preparedness or skill. Next, what you're seeing on the screen here is still pretty good. So this is the level of people that are practicing their craft in the field. This is the phase where you have the tools, you have the techniques and the skill to use those tools, and you are starting to get adept at dealing with field variables. And what you'll see on the screen right here is me making decisions about which hand should go where, which direction should I put my tension wrench, so that I can pair a tool with a lock to get an entry. So this is the practicing phase, and it's good, and I support this too. So this is where a lot of successes will happen, but also a lot of failures. And the biggest problem here, which is a gem, I think, is you can have a success while you're practicing your craft here, and you might have missed a much better option. So in this phase, you'll see tunnel vision is a common problem. A variety of options are limited. This is the phase, again, where learning happens, but it's also the phase where it's often difficult to see a full-scale problem and to mentally line up all your options as quick as possible. So we work this problem, we get the tension wrench into a position of comfort, we get the right tool to the right lock, we know how much time we have to spend on it, and we get ourselves a successful entry. This is all good stuff. This is not bad. This is fine. And sometimes that is your best option for the technique you just saw. But the third thing I want to show you here is this is the level of wisdom with your skill set. So for the record, having experience and having wisdom are not always one in the same. So this is the phase where your mind will commonly see the most effective and most efficient entry options as soon as you're exposed to the problem. And what we mean by effective and efficient is effective meaning the most likely entry option that will work, and efficient meaning the entry method that takes the least amount of time and or energy, because those could be different as well. So at this level, you have the tools, you have the skills, you have the experience, but you see problems differently and you are playing with the problem in your brain as opposed to trying to figure out the problem and not expecting variables or not being prepared for variables. So you'll see what I'm doing in the video here is I found a position of comfort for my body and a position of comfort for the tools I'm using. I moved the lock, I moved the case that it's mounted to. So I know that the most important thing for me is that tension wrench. So I put everything in the world as comfortable as possible to get me to putting my hands on that tension wrench in the best way that I can. So it really is where you play with problems instead of struggle to solve problems. So this is the level I want all of my students to get to. Whether you buy our book and practice that way, whether you take an online class with us, or whether you show up in person. So we really do care very much about the mental side and the wisdom that we want to give you guys, and hopefully that's the value that we bring. We'll see you all in the next one.